What's going on, everybody? It's Nick Kosko here with our latest edition of the Jersey Flight interview series leading up to the kickoff of the 2021 NAL football season. Pleased to be joined now by Boqiao Li, joining us from Beijing, his native Beijing. He'll be coming out to the States around training camp time when he is able to. And Boqiao, glad you're with me, man. Great to talk to you. And quite the time difference. I mean, I'm sure you're getting in all of your training and whatever you need to do out in Beijing right now. How is it over there? And just tell me what you've been doing for the past year, preparing for the season.
Yes, sir. It's been great, man. Back home, working, training some athlete and training some youth football player and training toward the season. Yes, sir.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. So, I know the flight signed you as part of it's one of those international deals that Arena Football and a bunch of leagues have been able to do over the past year. And I know you were part of also I believe it was an Asian NFL developmental type of deal as well. Explain that for me and for the audience.
So we have a league here in China owned by the Arena Football League. It's called the China Arena League. So we played in 2017 and 2019. So I was on the Wuhan Gators roster. First round, second pick. Then NFL scouted me from the NFL International Player Pathway Program. So I was on the program being a Chinese athlete last year as outside linebacker.
Okay, cool. And now that you're going to be playing for the flight here in 2021, what was it like? What was your conversation like with head coach Terry Foster and what he expects from you coming over from obviously the Chinese Arena Football League going into the NAL this season over here in the States?
So I was speaking with the coach Foster. I mean, I'm just ready to play. Whatever the flight need me. I'll do my job, and my goal is get a lot of tackle and sacks for the flight and win games. That's it.
I'll tell you what, Jersey people love that, especially that defensive mentality about sacks, tackles for loss, big hits. We like that around here. So I wanted to ask you, knowing that you are an international player, you have played football over in China, and again, football is the biggest sport over here in America. What's been the reception about football and indoor football over in China, particularly with that Chinese Arena Football League over the past couple of seasons that you played for?
It's football in China is in America is a number one or most popular sport. In China it's getting started. So we have football, I would say it's 15 to 20 years in China. Then when the China Arena League started, more people start watching football, and we have a couple semi-pro and amateur leagues. So it's developing. So the game is definitely growing here in China. More fans and more people care about it.
You think that's a great thing to have football have more of that international appeal? Of course, the NFL is the dominant force in football in America, and it has that global reach. But as far as the arena game, you talk about the National Arena League that you're going to be playing for this year. I mean, are you going to be able to reach your Chinese audience with this type of football as well, considering you have arena leagues over there as well?
Absolutely. People, when I get in the NFL program, a lot of people, fans from back home supporting me. They want to see a Chinese player play whatever in NFL, CFL, or AFL. They support. So I would say definitely if there's a Chinese player or player from back home, play high level, people will they will follow it, and they will watch. They will care more about football, of course.
What's that mean to you, knowing that you can represent Chinese people over here in America for playing either, again, you had that NFL program that was scouting you. And of course, now you have the National Arena League having you on a roster here at the Jersey Flight. What's that mean to you to represent Chinese football players that might want to actually pursue a career in professional football where they might have not had the chance maybe 10, 15 years ago?
It's absolutely, a blessing, I would say, to represent China, represent my city, Beijing, and just represent Chinese in the sport of football. It's a blessing. It means everything to me. For me, for my family, because the football is what I do. It's my passion. I love it. So it means everything, to be honest. Yeah.
So how'd you get into it exactly? Knowing that you're from Beijing, so how did you get into football? And did you just grow up watching it across through United States television, or were there early programs for football, whether it be outdoor or indoor, in Beijing in China that got you hooked on the sport right away?
So we have so when I was 15, just got into high school, we have a team called Beijing Cyclone in Beijing. So I started practicing with them. Then actually, as soon as I play, I fall in love with the game. Then I just keep training, keep playing. Then God take me to God just keep following my dream. That's how I get into football.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. So tell us what you've been doing over in Beijing. You mentioned to me before the interview started here tonight that you're still under the quarantine rules over in Beijing right now. You can't quite travel to the United States just yet. But what have you been doing to train, coach, or whether just for you to stay in shape and get ready for the season this year?
So back home in Beijing, I work. I coach a youth. I work for a company do youth football development called Skyway Football Academy, which is the #1 biggest football academy in China. So we coach young athletes from 5 to 13, and also I do some. I train some client and some youth athlete in general, and also I train here in the local gym here, just getting ready for the season, whatever the fly season. I'm also on the CFL Global, the Canadian League Global Prospect List. So I'm just getting whatever opportunity upcoming for the upcoming season. Yeah.
Sounds like you have a loaded plate over there right now. Getting to work, getting ready for the season, as well. Also, of course, you're training with all your clients and the youth football talent. Now, let me ask you something about the youth football talent that you coach. Now, what kind of opportunities are presented to them? Again, I know you mentioned when you were 15, you ended up having a local team in Beijing. You ended up trying out for them, playing for them, and working your way up to the professional game. What opportunities do these youth football players have nowadays compared to when you were growing up?
Of course, there's more. It's a better platform right now. So there back in, but when I was 15, so like 10 years ago. Right now, the young players has way more, better coach, better league, and opportunity to we do camps in South China. We send players to Florida to IMG Academy. There's a lot more opportunity for them. So I just want to be a good role model and give them best coaching prospect, to help them grow as a young football player.
Well, Jersey Flight fans would love to hear that you are all about football on the field, off the field, and of course, giving back to the youth and giving back to your community as well. So let's talk about you on the field right now. So what can Jersey Flight fans expect from you on the field this year? You mentioned you were signed as an outside linebacker. Of course, in the indoor game, there's 2 linebacker spots. One guy's blitzing, one guy's in coverage. So what kind of versatility do you have as a linebacker to translate to the National Arena League this year?
I can do both. Whatever team need me to pass rush, or whatever team need me coverage. I'm a fast, strong, and outside linebacker, and I have great hands. Yeah. So I'll expect my game to be fast, strong, and dominant.
So if you got great hands, I mean, maybe once in a while, Coach Foster can maybe throw you on offense and throw you the ball in the end zone once in a while.
I mean, whatever coach need me, I'm gonna try my best. Whatever coach need me,
Now, tell me about the China Arena Football League over there that you've played in for a couple of times. Of course, over here in the States, there's a bunch of indoor leagues. Of course, the NAL is #1 now. So you look at the NAL, you have the teams. You have teams in Jersey, you have teams in Florida, have teams out in Columbus, Georgia. Everything like that back up in Albany, New York now. So what would you say are the main differences between how China organizes their arena football compared to what the States has done over the past 20, 30 years?
I mean, the Arena League developed in the U.S. for a long time. The China League is just a few years. So our team has half American players from the Arena Football League, from Philadelphia, Seoul, Albany Empire, like team before, like Baltimore. Then we have a half Chinese player. So American players on the roster give a good example of what really like professional football is all about for China. And give a good role model to the Chinese player. Help us grow this game. Of course, yeah.
No doubt. So I want to get back to your stuff off the field now, because obviously you are in Beijing right now. You're not quite over in New Jersey preparing with your event and with your new teammates.
I speak English for half a year, so excuse my English.
No, it's fantastic, man. And I'm really enjoying talking to you. So now since you're still in Beijing, what's it been like dealing with the coronavirus over the past year? Of course, there are a lot of travel restrictions throughout the globe right now. The United States has limited travel to some places. They've limited travel coming in, and they've expanded travel again. So it's kind of all going back and forth. So what's it been like for you dealing with COVID, you and your family? I mean, how's it been going for you over the past year? And again, I mean, What kind of adjustments have you made?
So China has like pretty strict traveling rules. As soon as last year I flew back home after the NFL pathway camp. So I got home and I was actually in lockdown for 2 weeks in a hotel room, which is it was just crazy. But it's great to be back home in Beijing, spend time with my family. That's just number one blessing for me, to be with my family, especially like when the COVID is going on in the world. I'm very blessed and thankful to be home in Beijing and be with my family and train, towards my upcoming season. Yeah.
Well, as long as you're staying busy, we love to hear that, knowing that you're lifting the weights, you're out in the field, running around, making you're not tackling guys, but at least you're tackling the pads, tackling the crash dummies. We'll take that. You're staying ready for the season. So when you are eventually able to come over to the United States and start training camp with the flight here in 2021, leading up to the season, are you going to plan on, as long as fans are allowed in the seats, which I would imagine there's probably going to be some at some certain point here in the United States, considering actually here in New Jersey, they just lifted a indoor ban on fans and attendance at sporting events. So it looks like there's going to be maybe some very limited capacity as of now. So if you can, would you be able to fly out your family to come see you to play in person, or are they unfortunately going to have to watch over the stream?
I would say if I'm able to fly to New Jersey, then my family will come watch for a game or two, of course. But just as soon as the government can let me fly from Beijing to New York, then I'm able to pull out New Jersey and play. That's it.
Awesome. Yeah, we can't wait to see it. So I'll leave you here with this one. It's been great talking to you, getting your perspective on what you're going to be bringing to the table for the Jersey flight. So I want to leave you here with this. Knowing that you're coming back over here eventually, and you're playing with a pretty stacked team, I mean, have you been able to talk with some of your teammates already, and just go through those pre-training camp meetings? Even if they're over Zoom, I mean, how much have you been able to stay in touch with the coaching staff and your eventual teammates?
I spoke with being like 12 hours away flight from New Jersey. I spoke with Coach Foster all the time. And actually, I have few previous teammates, play in the China Arena League, and also the Arena team I played the season before, which is Georgia Doom. I have few players on the roster actually with my previous teammate. So we spoke all the time, and we keep in touch, of course.
Awesome. So you have that familiarity already. So the Jersey Flight fans, they're excited to see you. So I'll leave you here. Now I'll leave you here with this one. What is one thing that the Jersey Flight fans can expect from you on the field this season as we look ahead to the spring and this eventual kickoff of the 2021 year?
Just sack and tackle. That's it.
Sack and tackles. All right. I love it. Boqiao, it was a pleasure talking to you, man. I can't wait to see you when you come over here to New Jersey for basically for the first time. Finally get to see you on the field. I can't wait to see you in action and broadcast your games this season, man.
I appreciate your time, Nick, and I'll see you in Jersey.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see you in Jersey, my man. All right, Boqiao Li, thanks to him for joining me. This has been another edition of our Jersey Flight interview series. We'll see you next time as we lead you up to the kickoff of the 2021 NAL football season. I am Nick Kosko saying so long. See you next time.
Yes, sir. Take flight.